Hello and welcome to the Kennel live show number 2 for 2026. I hope you're all doing well. We already have a few people in the comments. We've got Bill Sam who's given us $2. I'm only here for the rage. Brad Cambridge has signed up as a member. Welcome and thank you for signing up. And if you do want to sign up to become a member, I'll put the link in the chat below. Norm Eater, late as usual, new season, nothing has changed. I'm glad you're still enjoying it as usual, Norm. All right, so I'm only here for the rage. Look, I may have gone a little much on that chat, on that rant.
I heard you backtracking before.
Me?
Saying you regret everything you posted, everything you said. You can't wait for Zaatar to run out the same team.
Who invited this guy?
Word for word.
Who invited you?
I'm here to like and subscribe. So don't forget, guys, like and subscribe.
Who invited this guy?
I lost the bet and I just have to be here.
Brian, Brian Dib's here. You're finally here. You talk so much shit, bro. It's not funny how much shit you talk in the comments, honestly. I love it. I love it. Never stop, never change, bro. Never change. Welcome everyone. Brian Dib, please let's not mention anyone by name or insult anyone in the conversation. I love you, bro, but I really don't want to have that in the comments or talk about anyone negatively.
Except the Bulldogs.
Yeah, except the Bulldogs. I have anger management problems too, apparently, when it comes to the Bulldogs. You know, it is what it is. That's what it is when you support a team passionately. But look, I actually want to talk about this. I want to talk about this for a second, right? So I put the short up of me being a little bit angry and stuff, and you know, showing passion for the dogs, and people weren't happy. A lot of Doggies fans were giving me crap for the rant, right? Some people were saying, you know, I'm not loyal. Some people saying, you know, I don't love the dogs. You know, I'm a fair weather fan. And you know, I don't really care what people say, but I'd love to get your thoughts on this.
I want to see those same fans in 2021 who were watching the games together, knowing they were getting smashed 50 to 6, 50 to 4 every single week. We both showed up to those games in those crappy times, like we were doing shocking. I'd like to see those same fans because I feel the same way about a lot of fans. A lot of Bulldogs fans, anyway, came out of the woodworks when, not even in 2023. I still remember going to games in 2023. I still remember the podcast going strong in 2023. I think that's when you started, right?
Yeah.
And we just demanded success back then. We still demand it now. We demanded it in 2021 when we got the wooden spoon. And who was it that stole the JBL speakers? I can't remember. I think that was our bottom of selling on Facebook Marketplace. Wally Lewis's
Lachlan Lewis.
Yes, that's it. That's him. So I just feel like with our success over the last couple of years, it's brought a lot of fans out of the woodworks, in my opinion. So I'd like to throw that shade right back at them. But I don't think there's any harm in fans being critical. Like, I don't think our podcast was disrespectful to any one person. But when your team comes out, like, you know, if we had lost and we actually tried and we just got outplayed, it's a very different story.
Well,
it's a very different story.
No, who remembers last year when we lost to the Panthers 8-6? I came out glowing about the Bulldogs. I loved everything they showed. I was like, doesn't matter. That doesn't look like a loss to me. That's not a loss. That's not a loss. But this one was rubbish. This one was rubbish.
On the ball effort was for the forwards, the Dibbo's point that he really brought home, and something I didn't pay attention to until after, is how our forwards got bullied and didn't do anything about it. They did nothing about it. That was just poor. It was like a on-ball effort poor, off-ball effort poor. Everyone was ripping, like a lot of the commentary online, ripping to Galvin and watch. Hopefully he never has to experience any sort of mental health issues. The second anything happens, they're ready to ride him. Like, he has a good game, nowhere to be found. Has a poor game, they'll death ride him. I thought he was one of the only ones that tried. It was just a crap game. I can't get it out of my mind. I've been struggling with this, guys. I wake up, see Cameron Ciraldo in my dreams, like he's my sleep paralysis demon. See Ciraldo standing at the door telling me he's going to pick Burden in 5'8", but he's going to surprise us with Critter going to 5'8" halfway through a game. Yeah, I need a psychologist.
I want to read some of the comments just about some of the things that we're saying. Normator said, if you lose your shit when we lose, that means you actually love the team, which is a good point.
My microphone shit. I just don't project well.
You don't at all. Well said, Zaatar, Nashtawan. Ciro is the new Des, too loyal to the players. Brian Dib. Oh, actually, no, Ciro is not the new Des. I refuse to.
I challenge that wholeheartedly as well. I don't think Ciro's the people's man. I think he wants to win at all costs, regardless if it means playing people out of the position they
100%,
want.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think it's the complete opposite, which.
And the thing is, he's looking to build the junior base. He's not looking to burn bridges just so he can win a quick premiership. If anything, he's working hard to build our future, which I think is a big thing. Brian Deeb says, Brad, do you remember I called Serrado 3 years for being a fraud? This will be the 4th year. He's not a fraud. Calm the heck down. Tiam, can we hire Trent Barrett back?
I'll take him back in the heartbeat, guys.
You shut your mouth.
He won the premiership last year.
Doing what?
Looking pretty.
Brian Dib has some stat for us. Brian, please share your stats with us. Why is Dibbo so quiet? Who cares that you're last? Because I think he's trying to control his emotions at the moment. He's
rumor is he hasn't slept in 4 days.
Going on 5
Sunday.
days.
Yeah.
Look, he's got his coffee as well. Because he's trying to.
He saw the team list and we have to give him CPR.
Look, I just want to touch on earlier's topic basically. So there was a line put out. Somebody had to go at Elmo. Elmo put it best. We're not a cult. I'm allowed to criticize the leader. Of course, he's all allowed to criticize. Everyone is allowed to criticize. He's all basically paying to go to the games, buying merchandise. Without the fans, there's no club, basically. If you guys weren't to rock up and not be as passionate, that club wouldn't be where it's at, basically. You're allowed to, everyone's allowed their opinion. There was nothing fair of what Elmo said. There was, nothing malicious whatsoever. So of course, everyone's allowed to care about the club. Everyone's allowed to have a go at the coach. Coach does mistakes, and the Gould father would be the first to admit it. The fans are entitled to an opinion. They're entitled to be upset. They've haven't seen success, and this is now going on to 22 years if they don't win it this year. 22 years for Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, club that demands success. It's like pretty much a heavyweight. Having a long drought.
Me and Elmo actually have a meeting with Peter V'landys. We're booking in the premiership for this year.
Who?
Peter V'landys.
What about him?
He's going to make sure the refs go our way. Graham Ansley's coming to that meeting.
Mate.
Who was it? Grant Atkins on the weekend? Poor performance, mate. Whoever it was. I don't know who was the ref.
Can I just say as well?
Mate, you can have Jesus on your side. He's ain't winning the premiership this year.
Can I just say as well, some people... And this is what really gets to me is, people are like, oh, the only reason you're angry is because you're trying to get clicks. And that this is not actually how I feel. And they think that if I show anger, some sort of anger, right, that the inconsequential extra clicks are going to get me hundreds of thousands of dollars. People don't understand that over the last 3 years, I've actually put, honestly, I would probably say about 10K into this podcast with very little return. I'm not including Las Vegas or anything.
Oh, you got the Vegas trip.
Yeah, look, I did.
He's cashing in, boys. I've seen that bank account, $1 million.
Yeah, but seriously, people come out and say, oh, you're only doing this for clicks. If I had 100,000 followers and I was saying I was promoting a brand just for clicks, fair enough. But this doesn't, getting a couple of extra 1,000 views doesn't mean I'm making more money, especially on Instagram. Instagram doesn't pay you. Yeah. TikTok doesn't pay you, not in Australia. YouTube barely pays you anything for the numbers of views that we get.
30 cents.
If that, it's so, some of these comments are, completely unfounded because I do this because I love footy and I watch every game and I watch the Bulldogs game with so much intensity and with so much care and passion. So this whole thing about me trying to get extra clicks, as some some people have said, it's just dumb and unfounded. And I'm not gonna mention names, but there have been some some people
laughable ones.
Like
what do they want us to do? Sit there and glaze? It's so boring sitting there glazing the team every day, every week. I'll give you an example. There's a St. George podcast called the Mad Vodcast.
Yeah.
And the main host there, he's fantastic, but he's got this show on every week, and he gets some Dragon diehards from young to old. They all look lovely and everything, but they're a bunch of Poindexters. Like, if you ever get
what's a Poindexter?
Just an absolute bunch of geeks. Like, you sit there and you think, man, like, really? Like who wants to sit there and watch that? Like, you just think, man, why is this even on air? They just sit there and glaze over the team every week and say how great it is, and I'll roll with this player. Obviously, no negativity and all that. Like, bro, like, why are you even on air? Who the hell wants to watch that?
I think
there's no emotion, there's no smarts, nothing.
No, I think in our space, I think there's I'm saying our space like I'm a podcast
segment every week. Oh,
but there is a space for that. Like, some people absolutely enjoy that. So there's a space for it.
Poindexters?
Yeah, 100%.
Man, I think they get probably about, like, every time I jump on, somewhere between 6 to 8 viewers, and that's it.
Doesn't matter. They're doing it because they enjoy it.
But good on them.
I'm just saying, who wants to watch that? Like,
those 6 to 8 people.
Like, we could do that every week and get 5 viewers. But, like, why? I don't want to sit there and be Mr. Goody Two-Shoes and sit there and, for example, glaze Bailey Hayward for being in the team every week when he's barely a first grader, right?
Yeah.
Jamin Salmon, I remember Elmo saying a few years back, he's the link to the premiership. Now he's going to deny this. Like, why?
Link to the premiership.
Why?
Bailey Hayward is Cameron Smith.
Why? Why want to sit there? I'll call it as it is.
How about Bailey Hayward?
He's barely a first grader.
Nah, he's Cameron Smith.
He's
2.0.
He's barely a first grader. I can't believe he's there. Go get a proper hooker. He's not a first grader.
Yeah, we've got
and he starts week in, week out. Honestly.
All right.
I've already given you 2 glaring omissions, and I say week in, week out. How the hell do you have Bailey Hayward at lock? Like, who's he gonna scare?
Do you mean at 9?
Sorry, not Bailey. I was talking about Jamin Salmon at lock now. Who's he gonna scare? What's he gonna do to opposition forward packs or defensive lines? Okay, he might pull off 20 tackles, 30 tackles, but what dent is he gonna put in the opposition?
Look,
what's he gonna do?
My problem is, look, I'll be honest with you. My problem is, I hate.
You got all these players in the squad that could slot into that 13, and there's more able players that could play hooker, but he picks and sticks. So what? So you can get, like, say, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th in the finals and get knocked out in straight sets. Do you want that again for a 3rd year running?
No one wants that. Let me quickly, I want to read Brian Dibb. He said, in 2024 with Addo-Carr, Burton was the 4th best 5'8". He had 13 try assists. In 2005 with Tuala Montoya, he had 4. Can anyone spot the difference? That's a great point. Joey J6857 is in. Hi, boys. Welcome, Joey. Good to have you here. Tiam, Trump as attacking coach, Bibi as defensive coach, and Khamenei as head coach. Well, Khamenei's dead, unless you mean his Mujtaba, his son. We'll get 10 in a row. What for, man? Evening. Welcome. Good to have you here. And Brian Dibb adds, can I add, he had more try assists, Burton, in 2024 than Munster. On this point, I want to make a very, very quick point. That was a good year
for Burton.
Josh Addo-Carr, in my opinion,
what a player,
is what the Bulldogs are lacking. Sure, he doesn't make the extra meters, but I don't think every winger in the game needs to be making 200 meters a game.
In all honesty, that's where there's a mistake, basically. They look for kick return. I hate when people just look at kick return meters. Addo-Carr, and you're going on this, Elmo, he's a finisher. He's a potent attacking weapon. Not last week, the week before, the game was in the balance between St. George and Para. He swooped on that loose ball and he smoked them. He went length of the field nearly and scored and put the game to bed. For example, if you had, Montoya in that position and the game was in the balance, and say he was playing for Parramatta and he picks up that loose ball, he gets ruled in about 40, 50 meters. The game's still on the line.
Yeah.
He can pull off try savers. He can put tries off his own boot.
But it's not just the ability to finish. What it is having a speedster means that even from your own 20 or 30, if you spread the ball as we used to do, or if you put in a trick play where you kick it over and he's got the speed,
Exactly.
we can do things. We can play trick plays. We're not so rigid in our attacking styles.
You can make quick shifts count. So if he's get the one man overlap,
Yeah,
he's basically almost going to score
and
if all the time.
And if you look at his combination with Birdo, even in 2023, when we weren't playing well, he was combining with Birdo very well. And that's where I think we're missing, a Josh Addo-Carr or a Lofiana Khan Pereira or a really impressive winger that does winger things. I feel like Ciraldo picks forwards that can also play as wingers. Like you look at Montoya, he's slow. I also question Montoya's ability to finish. There are times where I feel like he can't get low enough sometimes. He'll get tackled like I'm not saying he's a completely bad finisher, but I don't feel like he or Inari Tuala are, even though I don't think they've been bad. Like they haven't been our worst over the last couple of weeks. And again, like I'm not here to shit on the team. But last year, when they brought Galvin in, they dropped Sexton. I copped shit for this, but I supported the decision. I said, no, I trusting the coach. The coach knows what he's doing. The coach knows what he's doing. The problem is, what happened with the Knights is, bro, it wasn't we just played bad one game. It was everything that we had been talking about as an issue for the club came back home to roost, and in a big way. And it almost feels like we were exposed in a way that we haven't yet been exposed. Right? Because if you look at the loss to the Storm, we played very well, but we had injuries, so we accept that. If you look at the loss to the Panthers, we put it down to the Panthers just being unstoppable. But really, the Panthers exploited our weaknesses. Right? And we didn't want to look at that. We look at the Dragons game, it should have been a draw at worst. It should have been a draw. We shouldn't have won that game. Right? Against the Raiders, we won. We deserved the win, but we also didn't play that much better than them. Right? So all things considered, we have been quite poor this year. We haven't been in any way good other than defensively. But then the Knights, without Dilbags, Ponga, and Trey Mooney, showed us up because they wanted it more.
Yeah, 3-1.
Right? And look, 3-1's not bad. Like, you can't say it's bad, but it's not good enough.
It's right, because all three wins of theirs have been, I'm talking about Newcastle, have been convincing. They're not like two unconvincing wins and two losses. They're not like, like there's some teams out there, they're 1-3 or 2-2. In reality, they were lucky to even win a game. Like, you get me? Obviously, I'm alluding to Parramatta.
We couldn't tell. We couldn't tell.
No, you love Parramatta. And look, and you guys, I know you guys shit on Hayward, but I actually completely disagree with you guys.
Completely disagree.
Go ahead.
Okay, 0 run meters, passes behind the line, passes to the floor, passes at people's heads. Takes 5 hours.
You know you're exaggerating that.
I'm not exaggerating.
You're exaggerating
Back on the weekend, it's not an exaggeration.
But everyone played that on the weekend.
No.
The weeks before, he was a big part of us winning.
0 runs for 0 meters?
Bro, everyone is bad. We had no go forward, guys. Where was Max King? Why am I hearing as much? What's called?
Because he's our ball distributor. He's the hooker. He's the
Max
one picking
King
up the
is
ball.
our prop, guys.
That's a Ciraldo decision. We've got other forwards he can bring in.
No, bro, how are you being so harsh on Hayward but not on Max King?
Hayward touches the ball.
Hayward's not a
we
first
have
grader.
40 sets a game. He touches the ball over 100 times a game.
Like, you know what? I'll give some touch to Brian. Like, Brian's trying to make a case that he's not a starter, but he's good off the bench. Like he's that's about
Max
it.
King?
No, he's talking about obviously Bailey Hayward. To me, Bailey Hayward's barely even a first grader. So coming off the bench,
I don't mind him. I didn't mind him
best,
coming off the bench.
Yeah, you need someone that's more dynamic out of
I
nine.
thought he was better coming off the bench.
You need a more dynamic 9. And honestly, you know who could play 9? And he's won't give him a run there? Kurt Mann.
Yeah. No, he did. Actually, who was it against? He actually took Hayward off. No, wasn't it against? Well, it wasn't. It was
Sean O'Sullivan, sorry.
Yeah, it was the Raiders. And I'm pretty sure he took Hayward off for a bit, and Mann was at 9.
He needs to start, and he needs to get 50, 60 minutes out of him.
Look.
And he needs to do it consecutively for a number of weeks.
Okay, I want to go through the comments because I'm loving the comments.
The guy is in career best form, hits Queensland State of Origin team. All of a sudden finds himself on the bench and less minutes. Like, he nullified his effectiveness.
Hang on. Bill Sam 865 said, bro, we need someone like Tula Taukula. What did I say in the preseason? I said if we can sign someone like Tula Taukula, we will be over the moon. The Bulldogs definitely need a Tula Taukula or a Leo Hapawadi or a honestly, you guys may not agree with this, but even a Jesse Arthurs
No,
even a Jesse Arthurs or a Terrell Sloan. They're the types of
wouldn't mind
players.
the Sloan, actually.
They're the types of players we need. Yeah, they're the types of players we need.
Don't we
And
have anyone coming out through the juniors?
not with this, but we've got the fullback, Tay Cochran, but he's a fullback, not a winger. We can start him on the wing, but he's still very young, very raw.
Or you move him to fullback and you move Tracy to the wing. Oh, he's slow as well.
No, look, Tracy will be all right on the wing. I think Tracy will do a great job on the wing, but he's not a fullback. And the problem is, I also don't want to get someone that's so fresh that it's going to take us 3-4 years to get into that position.
How about
where
Jethro? I thought he had a couple of good games. I know he's injured
he's
at
not
the
fast
moment.
though. He lacks speed.
Have we seen him in full flight yet?
We have. He's not very fast.
I don't think I've seen
I
him in
love
full
Jethro
flight.
as a winger. I think Jethro is better than Montoya, but he's not fast.
Surely he's faster than Montoya.
Anyone's faster than Montoya because I think I'm faster than Montoya. I think Marcelo Montoya is a better center than he's a winger. I keep saying that he's a better center than he's a winger. But they're not going to play him at what's it called? At center. Norm is saying, I would love Sloan. Dibbo, Sloan will be a beast. Almos is saying, we got no speed. MKTV is saying, it wasn't that we lost. Losing is not an issue. It's how we lost. We didn't see the effort. That's what cut. 100%. Again, people are hating on Haywood, but here it is, right? What's a Max King? Is that a real thing? Thank you. I agree with you that Max King is, I call him Abu Hercules because his son's name is Hercules.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, okay.
I call him Abu Hercules, but I wish he played like Abu Hercules. You know what I mean? Like Zay, like we just don't have.
Well, like Zeus.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Zeus. Brian Dibb said Karapani, but I don't think Karapani's off contract. Dib is saying Dogs fans need to come to the realization that if other teams, why aren't you saying this here? Because you're talking, you can
You're
literally say
reading out
this.
comments. I was
Why are you putting 15? What?
Yeah, I got your attention. That's all right. Keep going. Let's just hear him rage it so people can.
Yeah, I'm not
start-
gonna rage it. Go, you guys go.
Fans can rage it.
Go. Oh, yeah, go. I've got something else to talk about, but go.
Oh, all right. So, look at the Bulldogs lineup.
Yep.
Is it crash hot?
No.
All right. Is there? Let's agree. Is there probably about half a dozen at least other clubs that may have better or looks like better lineups than the Dogs?
I think there's at least 8 teams with a better lineup.
Yeah. So if they play to their ability, are they not going to crunch the Dogs if the Dogs don't turn up?
If the Dogs
And
don't
you know
turn
what?
up.
Newcastle got some hot rods in that team, and you saw it on the weekend, right? The Dogs. I'm gonna, they came up like they were. What's it called? What's that dog show that you guys watch? Rescue Dogs or something? Little puppies. And they came out like they were little puppy rescue dogs.
But don't you think that was an attitude thing?
Yeah, that's what I'm alluding to. They came out like they were little puppy rescue dogs, and then Newcastle came out and played to their ability, and the Dogs got swept, and there was pretty much to the point of basically no return. Like they went into the sheds. Yeah, they got a rev up. They did wonders, but the game was gone. If you think about it, like the damage was that bad. And that was despite a sin bin and some botched tactics from Holbrook because he didn't know how to use his bench in the second half. But the game was really gone. Like that could be a psychological blow, basically. Like, you know what? I know Connor cops his fair, criticism and that. Connor Tracy, he's to me he's better than the average fullback in the comp.
Yeah,
but against other fullbacks, I'll be honest to you now. This is just a personal opinion. If I had to choose between him and let's still call him a rookie, Jai Gray, I would choose Jai Gray. That's where I see it at.
Over Connor Tracy?
Of course.
100%. You don't need to qualify that at all.
No, I'm just saying.
Guys, I'm going to put up a poll.
Disagree.
I'm going to put up a poll because Dibbo's made a good point.
I'll go to your wingers. Kiraz, tick, thank you.
Yes.
Ding, there's one.
Yes.
Montoya, every week we have a someone. Normader's bashing someone about Montoya, getting chosen, right? So that's another X, and I could probably find 3/4 of the wingers in the comp that would outdo Montoya, right? He runs hard at straight. I'll give you that. Centers, Critter, everyone loves Critter, but sometimes I think there is an overhype to him sometimes. You need more out of him.
Overrated.
Right?
Casey McLean's better.
Right?
Don't talk about captain.
My captain.
Don't talk about captain.
And then you got your other centers. Now, at the moment, there's conjecture. Who plays center for us? Sherry or Tuala? Like, really?
Sherry will be
really
back in the team.
Tuala over Sherry. Like,
Sherry will be back in the team.
But then
this
there's the other
week.
conjecture. Does Berto go to center? Yes, he will absolutely destroy that center. But who's going to cover in the halves? He's got the other problem, You get me? And then Galvin's not a 7. He's not an organizer. He's a second receiver.
And he's never going to be a 7.
Yeah, and then you got your front rowers. Sure, they give you great service and that, but when it comes to when it comes to the crunch, like finals intensity football or state of origin sort of football, they're not going to be it, you know? Like there's games that he'll give you probably 20 runs, Max King, yeah, beauty, 250 meters of impact, maybe against an average side, but then he might come up against let's say a Melbourne Storm in round 25, for example, and then all of a sudden Tucumano wants to monster him and the Melbourne pack, and then he's going to give you, say, 11 runs for 80 meters. Okay, what's that done? You know?
No, I'm with you. And do you know, the thing is,
he's not going to do a dent against those sort of players. If you think about it,
I want to bring up a player.
Sorry, Elmo.
I'm sorry. Go.
All I was going to say is he's not going to win the personal battles either.
Yeah.
Like your second rowers, Preston, great.
Amazing.
You know, does he rock up every week? Well, I expect him to rock up 90% of the time. Kick out, he can annihilate who he wants. But the problem is, why do you go missing? Like, why does it take a halftime rev up from the coach? It uncharacteristically can go missing. I wouldn't say often, but you know, it's more on the uncommon side. But he does go missing. He's right on the weekend against Newcastle.
It's his own fault.
Where were you in the first half?
Doesn't call for the ball.
And then obviously you got the glaring problem at lock and at hooker. Like you go to other clubs, they've got absolute bruisers that play at lock. Canterbury got Jamin Salmon. Why? It's almost like you got another sort of roving hooker that plays at the club. He's like a roving hooker almost. He just pulls off tackles and that's it. There's no impact. You know? Like you got some guys hanging on the fringes. I don't care. Chuck, you got what's that prop's name? He keeps getting injured or arm injuries.
Jack Todd.
He's
got injured again. He copped the headlock.
Let's just use Jack Underhill as an example.
At the moment.
Yeah, it's indefinite.
Right, use Jack Underhill as an example. He could be your starting prop, for example, and then he can move what's it called, Tupanoa to lock. So one can go to prop, Tupanoa in a lock. Fantastic, you know. So Tupanoa will pop up everywhere. He's great as a wide-ranging runner. He's good up the middle as well.
So,
but let's have Jamin Salmon in there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Look, kick out. Tiama is saying kick out's finished. Retire. Firstly, no. Secondly, no.
Go Tiama.
Thirdly, no. Fourthly, I've been saying this, and I'm telling you, this is going to happen. Kick out needs to go to prop. Kick out needs to go to prop. If we have Thompson, King, kick out, Sutili Tupanoa, then we've got Harry Hayes. If we have them as a 5-man, full rotation,
potentially start
right?
Kick out goes to
a second row, which is the idea, right? Sorry, you're right. You would have Preston back on the left. You would have Hayes on the right? And then you can have someone like Finalatu at lock, right? He can play as an extra prop if need be, and then you have a real rotation of strength. But right now, it's not working. But
they've lost that edge. They need a reinvigoration. They need someone. They need a few of those fringe guys that are Jack Todd. Give Jack Underhill a run. Bloody oath. The guy's been knocking on first grade for the last few years. Give him a run.
Yeah, I agree.
Stop sticking. You get me Lipo Hopoi to play, 20 minutes? If you ain't giving him 40, 50 minutes, don't waste our time.
His bench rotations just kill me.
Like, why? You use the same guys. And you know what? He's going to end up having the same problems as Shenanigan Flanagan. Right? Stick and choose to same rejects. Now he's got a glaring, all of a sudden, depth problem in the halves because he didn't recruit to protect his son. But then also he had the halves that were knocking on first grade for a few years, some left. And the other one that's remained, for example, like in King Togi's played limited football and K Reid hasn't been blooded yet, all because he wouldn't drop his own son.
I actually think like King Togi will be good this year.
Of course, he takes on the line. And then you got in the back line, you got all these guys in reserve grade and fleet, absolute flyers on the fringes.
Yeah.
But he sticks me with Tui Pilato who can get lazy. He sticks me with Suli, another lazy one, and misses half his tackles. He sticks me with Clint Cuthbertson at fullback. You know, he was telling me Tyrell Sloan has a defensive problem. Well, Cuthbertson can't seem to catch, and he can't seem to defend either. It's the same problem last year and this year. The only difference from last year and this year's offered nothing in attack to go with, along with not being able to catch and not being able to defend. So I don't get it. Tyrell Sloan's only 21. Why haven't you stuck and chosen with him to build up his confidence at fullback?
No, I agree with you.
And again, he's got a hard on for him, and he's put him back into reserve grade.
Brian Dibb called him Gutharina.
I call him Gutterson or Cuthbertson, you know.
Look, there's 27 of you in here right now. If I can just get you guys to click on the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Please give this video a thumbs up on your phone. Don't double tap to give us a heart. Actually like the video just because it helps boost us in the algorithm and it helps improve our reach if you guys are enjoying your time with us. I want to go back.
Look, I don't care how harsh we sound and whether you disagree or not. Like, you know,
I
mean, it's constructive.
Yeah.
You know, if you disagree, sure. Let
Please,
us know. Let us know your
disagree.
thoughts.
Yeah, disagree. I want you guys to disagree with us. It's okay.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion. If you disagree, let us know why. What is wrong with man? There's always got to be some sort of better opinion or take out there on this.
All right. So I also want to finish on the dogs with this point. Galvin is not the problem. Galvin has never been the problem. Galvin is the only player that is playing for 80 minutes. He is everywhere. Everywhere. The bloke is passing, kicking, running his heart out.
The coach team selection.
Right. And I said this last week and I'll say this again. The fact that Galvin is copying all this slack, it's because of the coach. It's because the coach refuses to acknowledge that he has the problem, that his decisions are bad.
He's
Also, the players need to take some heat.
Of
Like the way they
course,
played on the
but
weekend,
there's some players.
some of the lines they were running, it's like they ran out like this.
Yeah.
He's got the same problem with Flanagan. He's sticking and choosing with some players, and then there's some players that are in the wrong positions. Obviously, Flanagan's one's way more severe.
Galvin and Burton are much better than, to be really honest with you.
That's what I mean. Flanagan's one's way more severe.
Yeah, 100%.
He's got that sort of
To be honest, I also want to preface that I think there's a stronger upside and a better upside to Galvin and Berto being in the halves than Sean O'Sullivan coming in.
Can I point out something? Didn't Berto play 7 2 years ago?
Yeah, but it was very poor at 7.
Really? I thought he'd be better at 7.
Tiam's actually mentioned a very good stat. Galvin has 72 touches, 50 of them are to Preston, 12 of them are to the ground. That's a
good running combo.
But that's not his problem, though.
No, I think Tiam's I think some fans are starting to read into Galvin too much. The fact that he's getting the ball 70 times is because he's calling for the ball, and Burden on the other side is not calling for the ball, which is why Serraldo's had to switch in.
He's pointing out he's predictably going to the same player. That's what he's
That's because no one's running on the outside.
He's got other options.
I also think it's a strategic error by Serraldo because it seems like he split the field right and left, and Galvin's always playing on the right, and Burden's always trying to play on the left with Critter. I think that there's too many chefs. They're spoiling it.
I don't think the field split at all. I completely disagree. I don't think the field split at all. I think it's only a right side field for us. Because,
Okay.
Because Burden doesn't call for it.
Yeah.
The only time the left started to get action was when Galvin swept around. Yes. And then the call came down to Burden, hey, shape up, ship out, move to center. For some reason, we're going to play our captain that's been a center for the last 5 years.
I like the call out here. You got to use the whole field.
Yeah, 100% you do.
Right dominated. Very good.
No, very
good.
I want the field
very good. I want both sides of the field used.
I want both sides of the field used.
We're not disagreeing.
I want the halves split, and I want them both calling for the ball, and I want the hooker to be in a position to count numbers on both sides of the field and decide where the ball goes.
I'll tell you.
Because Galvin was calling for the ball even when he didn't have the numbers. That should have been the hooker spot.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm really on it with Hayward at the moment. He should have forced the ball left.
I wouldn't agree with splitting the halves. Honestly, when Penrith had Luai and Cleary together, before obviously Cleary departed, a lot of my Penrith games I'd go to, my focus was what the halves are doing. They would both of them would rove on both sides of the field. And not entirely the whole set. There was always a couple of plays in each set. They'd rove to both to the same side of the field. It's something Serraldo should look at.
I don't mind that happening.
One half there. It becomes too predictable and the options are less.
So I don't mind that.
They can defend on their sides.
Yeah.
But go if you want to sit there hours and hours of watching Penrith tapes, watch how Cleary and Luai would rove both sides of the field.
You notice that now. Even Blaze is starting to do that. Starting to sniff around on the other side of the field.
Penrith's ahead of everyone, man.
I don't mind that happening. But
I don't like split.
No. I don't mind them roving. I don't
it's
care
almost,
what they
it's
do.
almost the first and second receivers almost going out the door.
Do you know what I think the biggest problem is as well?
You might as well call him right halfback, left side halfback. That's what it's starting to become.
Serraldo is relying too much on Critter. I think Serraldo is trying to make Critter the halo player, like the Kalen Ponga of the Dogs. It's too much.
He's not. Yeah,
No.
He shouldn't.
He's got him in that sort of.
He's not a halo player.
He's like
To me, he isn't anyway.
Because he's not a half. He can't be a half or a fullback.
He's not a spine player. He's just not going to touch the ball.
If he wants that from Critter, put him at fullback. It's really like that simple. Put him at fullback, dude. He can do it.
Critter?
Yes.
I can run faster.
But
I haven't ran in 15 years.
That's all right.
Well said, Brian. I agree.
What's
that? He's talking about Hayward struggles to pass one side.
Yeah, he does. He does struggle.
Good pickup.
Very good pickup. We know that he's got his issues. Tiam asks, can we talk about what is next for the Bulldogs if we get pumped by the rest long we have Panthers and Broncos following? We lose. It'll be 4 games in a loss.
Well, I'd say if you guys lose, I reckon send an SOS to Kyle Flanagan to come back and
shut your
get out of here. We're not taking them off your hands.
Help us. Save us. SOS, save our Saints.
So we want to talk a little bit about some of the other stuff happening around the league. Yeah. So, firstly, Steve-Old got sacked.
Did he?
Yeah, no surprises there.
And they've brought Kieran Foran in.
I didn't even think he was hard done by, honestly. And honestly, yeah, good shout by Manly. I don't care what. Look, the only thing I think they did wrong was really Kieran Foran. They didn't have anyone else that's been an assistant for years. Because Kieran Foran, how long has he been an assistant for? He's only fresh
6
out
months.
of 3 weeks.
He's been there since.
No, he only joined the off season.
He's
2.5 months,
still
3
fresh
months.
out of the game. He played with half those players.
And you know what's interesting is that, and I always go back to this, right? Jim Dimmick could have become their interim coach. He's been assistant coach for 15 years now.
Wasn't there talk of Matt Ballon?
Matt Ballon might be someone that they what's it called?
Wouldn't they just get him now then? I'm sure that whichever club he's at gives him a release.
They haven't made any calls yet, but they are like Brad Arthur. I remember I heard Jason King on 2GB, and he was saying that Brad Arthur's there. Kieran Foran may get the full time if he performs well. Matt Ballon, Trent Barrett. No, not Trent Barrett.
They're right to get rid of, sack him, but did you have an able replacement?
I don't think that was.
In all honesty, I hope they capitulate anyway and get their first ever wooden spoon.
Same.
They will get it.
They
will get it. Like
over the Titans.
Well, not just the season's not just one game, man. They're gonna play the rest of the season. They'll win like 3 games.
Nah, they'll win more. Man.
No, I think they'll struggle.
Look, if Jake Trebojevic keeps playing him and Ben Trebojevic keeps starting, they won't win much.
No, I reckon they need to move Jake to halfback.
They need to move him to retirement home.
The problem with Jake is you can't even move him to the bench because he won't provide any impact.
No.
And I think, to be honest,
you could put him in the thing is you could put him in that extended bench,
and
just have him there as moral support.
Yeah. You know, I thought the fact that they didn't get rid of Seabold at the end of last year was shocking to me. Same as Todd Payton at the Cowboys. I do still think Payton won't be there next year for the Cowboys.
I think they'll do it in the off season unless they come up against if they land on a good coach
or they start shitting the bed again.
No, I still think they'll sack him regardless of performance. I don't think they're gonna make top 8.
Who?
Cowboys.
Yeah, but see, my problem is if they do sack Todd Payton now, they've lost the ability.
No, what I mean is they're not gonna do it now, but they're gonna. I reckon they're interviewing coaches and they'll make a call by the offseason.
Yeah, but the strategy is so bad because all the good coaches like Brad Arthur will probably go to Manly. Willie Peters, we're going to talk about that soon. He's already taken up a position. Mal's coaching the Bears.
You want Mal Kelch?
You know, but I'm just saying the good options. Unless you go to John
Sam
Cartwright,
Burgess.
you go to John Cartwright
No, don't go Cartwright.
in UK, for example.
No way.
You got Burgess.
You got to give. I'm sick and tired of seeing coaches regurgitated.
Who would you give? Who else?
I'd go Matt Ballon.
What? How long has he been
in the Brisbane setup?
Yeah, he is.
Didn't he just oversee?
What about Ben Teo?
He's still raw.
Still a bit raw,
Ballon,
yeah. Well, yeah, Mick Ennis is another name being thrown up for Manly. So
I'll take him out Cogra. Sorry. Please don't.
You know, that's where it's very interesting. Dibbo's put another super chat. He's asking who's your 2026. Because why are you putting super chats? Just talk about it.
No, I just want everyone to see engagement in that.
You're a good bloke, Dibbo. I don't care what they say about you.
He's going to send us the AID afterwards.
Who gets the 2026 wooden spoon? What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments who you think is going to get the wooden spoon. We've got
dogs. These self-hating.
I love Brian's.
I still think we'll come close to the top 4 if we
Brian.
can pull the finger out.
Funny, I had the dogs coming, I think, 2nd or 3rd. But I'm going to get so embarrassed at the halfway point of the season if they don't start winning soon.
I still think it's going to be Manly or
Dragons or Titans?
Or the Dragons or the Titans.
Is there any? Can the Cowboys still fall off that cliff?
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Titans are putting up a good audition for the fight for the Spoon.
Bro, they're like, no, the Spoon is ours. Leave us alone.
Yeah.
Like that.
Like,
Man,
like they even tried to lose
the only
against.
ones that can outdo them is the Dragons.
They
Hey,
tried
look,
to
I'll
lose
raise
against
you.
the Dragons. They tried to lose.
They honestly they did all they can. If it wasn't for their good second rower,
How?
how
Apparently
honestly,
he's getting dropped
Nah.
for winning the game.
Nah,
No,
you
joking.
get
he got named in the second
I
row.
was flying up at the bunker saying, look at it. Look, bunker keeps favoring the Dragons and the ref. They're doing anything to keep the Flanagans in a job.
So look, I think it's between Manly, the Dragons, and the Titans. Sorry.
Yeah. Did you see me complaining?
Who do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. But yeah, Willie Peters is officially signed with the PNG Chiefs.
I thought they would have went Adrian Lamb. That was a bit of a surprise.
Michael Travis has been big on Willie Peters even while he was still a journalist.
Apparently,
so it made
but then I
sense.
read apparently Adrian Lamb still might come and be like an assistant.
I hope he does. Isn't he from PNG?
And bring his son. His son.
Lachlan Lamb.
Yeah,
he's killing it in the UK.
He's good enough to be in the NRL.
Yeah.
That club's going to
Have
be
they made any
disaster.
signings player-wise or no?
No, they can't start
You
signing
know what?
yet.
They'll definitely have about half a dozen to a dozen of their countrymen that are good enough to play first grade. There is Alex Johnston, there's talk of him that might go to them to finish.
I think he absolutely will.
There's a few other
The Rabbitohs have already given him their blessing, given him their blessing.
I reckon Cooper Bai will end up there.
I think Cooper Bai ends up there.
He's Papua New Guinean.
I think someone like Carrigan will end up there.
Really?
Yeah, I think Carrigan ends up there. I think someone like what's his name? The injured winger for the Storm. I keep forgetting his name. Coates. I think Coates ends up there. I think there's a lot of
He's
players.
got his younger brother too.
Yeah, I think a lot of players will. A lot of players will want to go.
They'll get a decent squad, I reckon.
Not only that, because they're getting
And the Papua New Guineans are
The
like
tax
they're
implications
like
of
the
it.
immovable
Tax-free.
objects.
Yeah.
They're built like granite.
And they're living in the hotel cars.
No,
like in a resort.
No, they're living in the resort.
It's like a full brand new
They're gonna
resort.
build them a compound.
Yeah.
They're already started building it.
Imagine seeing the same 30 people every day.
You can imagine getting paid.
I'd
What?
nick myself.
Imagine getting
Tax
paid.
free.
Yeah, $1 million tax free.
Sign me up. I'll be there, boy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's I think they're gonna. To be honest, I think a couple of our players will go to PNG as well. I think a couple of the doggies. I think
Man, ship them now.
go there, start preparing
Haywood
early.
could go there now. Start doing preseason with them.
But yeah, look, I'm excited about PNG. I was actually speaking when I was in Las Vegas. I was speaking to Josh Curran's dad. To be honest.
You met his dad?
Yeah, I met his dad. Great guy, lovely. Had a lovely yarn with him. And he's saying he was telling me that he's been to PNG multiple times.
It's nice fishing there.
He thinks it's going to be an absolute. He goes, it's going to be a success. It's going to be. He reckons it's going to be a resounding success
Nice.
because he thinks that not only are the NRL and the Australian government pumping a whole heap of money, the PNG government is also pumping in a lot of money. And he also said that he was there for a game, for rugby league, and he said the amount of love that they have for rugby league. He goes, he's never seen it.
Sport.
He goes, even in Queensland where they're crazy.
It's their national sport.
They're not as crazy about rugby league as they are in PNG.
They'll honestly, they'll get it. Like I said, they'll get at least half a dozen to a dozen of their own players playing first grade in that first year. Within 5 to 10 years, I reckon pretty much 90% of their players will be from Papua New Guinea.
Because when I asked him,
They're a good international team.
When I was talking to him about it, I was saying, like, do you think that they're going to be good? And he goes, you don't get how good they're going to be. He goes, they are going to be unstoppable.
They'll start off, I reckon, with about maybe half a dozen wins, at the least.
If they're lucky. But
half a dozen's still good for somebody established.
I think they're going to pump 50-0 every week.
No,
they'll win about half
depending
a
on their
dozen games.
signings.
They'll beat Gold Coast Titans and the Dragons, for example, and Manly. And you look,
The
and then
Bulldogs.
within 5 years, I reckon they'll be 5 to 10 years old. They should be winning about half their games, a dozen games at least.
I think it'll take them a good decade to get to a point where they're decent.
They won the title in the Queensland Cup. Remember they put it to them, the PNG Hunters?
Yeah, that's right. They're still playing.
Yeah.
But they're not doing that well.
You
But
know why?
a lot of their players are going to the UK.
Because a lot of their players got snapped up in the UK and France.
Yeah.
And also to rugby. And then also some NRL sides and other Queensland Cup teams snapped them up.
Well, apparently a lot of those ones that went to the UK and that are interested in coming back to the PNG.
Of course they will. It's home. What would you prefer? Walking through the streets of, let's say, Liverpool, for example, and every day feels like a wet handkerchief because, it's got that slow pick patter of water. You've been there. Every day it's like, man, why is there? It feels like there's a wet handkerchief on you because it seems like the weather's always miserable with it. Or do you go to sunny, beautiful Papua New Guinea in the what is it, the Coral Sea up there or the Torres Strait?
Yeah,
right? And
the tropics.
the tropics, and fishing off the boat. We're literally just shorts and a singlet and catching giant trevally and barramundi.
Can I be honest with you? I fucking love Liverpool. I loved it. I love Liverpool.
No, don't get me wrong.
I loved it
it's
so
got a
much.
nice vibe. Even Manchester
Bro,
and London. London's good.
But do you know how nice it is? You walk through and
It's the weather.
it's so full of Muslims and like immigrants. It's so nice.
This is what Tommy Robinson's warning us about.
Nigel Farage. Oh God. All right. So
Let's have a look at Brian's team. So Brian's named his team.
All right, let's have a look at it.
So he's gone Tracy, Kirash, Sherry, Crichton, Sewer. Okay, look, he's put Sherry and Sewer back in there. He's gone Burden. Hey, look, he's put Sullivan in there. And I like that move. He's put King. Hey, he's gone Turpin. He's a genuine hooker, Turpin. He doesn't have to play you the whole game. He's gone Tupanua. I don't know if I agree with Tupanua at 10. I like him at lock. But he's put Man at lock. He's gone Kickout and Preston. They choose themselves. He's gone Haywood, Hayes, Hopboy, and Galvin on the bench.
Rubbish bench.
I don't agree with the bench here.
That's a garbage bench. And starting Sewer over,
who? Montoya.
Yeah, I don't know.
I take Sewer.
I'll
probably take Sewer, to be honest.
Or Rinakama. Those boys are options.
Yeah. I think, look.
I just know if I had Tupanua at 10, I might have him anyways.
I like Tupanua. Look, Tupanua's a genuine prop. I think
he gives even though I see him as a lock second row, he's giving more oomph than your normal front rowers.
I reckon when Thompson comes back into the team, I reckon that what they'll do is they'll start Tupanua and get
that's a big problem solver.
Ease Thompson into the starting pack off the bench.
I'll just put him straight in. Give me 30-40 minutes of starting.
What's the name? Underwood. Underhill, sorry. Underhill and Todd.
He needs the blood.
I think they need to be blooded ASAP into the team. But anyway, we're not talking about the dogs. We've spoken about the dogs. I just want to talk a little bit more.
I just like what Brian put up something different for thought. So
I like it. I like it. Tell me what you guys think of Brian's team. I reckon he's got the bench completely wrong.
I like some of the stuff he put up there. So hey, at least he offered something.
Now, Mitch Barnett has broken his thumb. He'll be out again. I thought he was really good on his comeback.
He's been decent. Yeah.
I think it's
take a joke, that guys.
Yeah, it's very.
Where's he going? Brisbane or has it been?
Yeah, Brisbane.
Yeah, but hasn't been confirmed.
Signed 2-year deal.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Speaking on signed deals, Will Warbrick is going to the Warriors.
And they've replaced him with Jermaine Osako. He's been solid, Osako. He scores a lot of tries and he kicks a lot of goals.
Bro, I wouldn't have minded the Osako at our team.
I'll take him over Tui Pelota any day of the week because he finishes so good.
He does finish well.
Tui Pelota does me the cash just after scoring one try after being 40 points down.
And then doesn't show up for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
He shows up for that one moment.
Yeah.
Has it showed up for the 20 minutes or half an hour before, and he doesn't show up for the rest of the game.
I think both the Warriors and the Melbourne Storm have been doing great business. The way that they're sort of going
Warriors
about...
and the Panthers as well. Warriors are like so well run at the moment.
They're a one country team. So New Zealand's ready for a second side, whether it's in Wellington or Christchurch.
I reckon they're ready for a South Island team.
You could even go Wellington.
The Orcas.
Wellington. Wellington's a city of 1 million plus.
Yeah, that's true.
It's their capital.
But South Island's got a couple of million people too.
No.
Dunedin and Christchurch. Yeah,
Christchurch is their biggest city, and Dunedin's not too far away.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But I mean, look at Christchurch.
They want to go a South Island team first. You know what? They could literally have their own state of origin. North versus South. Have you realised? They used to have it regional football, North versus South, and the rugby union as well.
Wow, that'd be great.
They could have I would like to see that, a New Zealand state of origin.
Yeah, I think, bro, that would be insane. That would be insane.
It would.
Oh, hey, Morris, how you doing, brother? It's been a while. Good to see you here, man.
It's in a while.
Good to have you on. I hope you can continue to join us week in, week out. We'll be here every single Tuesday at around 8 p.m. So Tiam has put his team in. Tracy, Kiraz, Burden, Critter, Sewer, Galvin, Sean O'Sullivan, King, Haywood, Leo, Preston, Kickout, Salmon, Man, Sitili, Hayes, Curran.
I was all good till I read out Salmon. I was all good till I read out Salmon in 13.
If we're giving hypotheticals, I don't think Salmon can be in the team.
The guy didn't even put Tupanua in there. Like, really,
Tiam?
He did. 15.
Oh, okay. Well, you put him on the bench for Salmon? Couldn't have started him in lock after the pointers I made earlier. I would definitely start. Honestly, I would definitely start Man. Salmon goes, and I would bring Finau Latu into the team somewhere. I'd have maybe Man on the bench and start Finau Latu. But that's not
It's not a bad. It's not a bad team overall. I think it's a better team than what Brian put out. I think Brian's team was pretty bad. Morris said he had a hard weekend. Last week was hard, bro. I hope your week gets better. Hope the doggies win for you on Friday. Hope they win for us, because if not, I think I'm gonna have a breakdown. I'm gonna have a breakdown if they don't win. TM Ram, will Finau come in for Salmon when he's ready?
I think Finau's
so.
ready.
Look, for me, Kurt Mann's got to start, whether it's at lock or hooker. He's got to start. He has to start. Kurt Mann. He's a starter. Yeah, he was killing it when he was starting. How does he go to a bench play all of a sudden behind Jamin Salmon? I was saying this last year.
You know why? Because his impact is so great for us off the bench.
Man, his impact's better when he starts. Fuck, you're getting pancakes. Yeah, it looks like he's got impact because before that he had pancakes on the field offering nothing. Of course he's going to look good.
So Finu Latu is back in New South Wales Cup. I think he came back last week.
Fair dinkum.
But he's playing off the bench.
Don't worry about Finau Latu now. Let's focus on who he's got available, right?
Yeah.
And you got options like Kurt Mann and Tupanua and Harry Hayes. Harry Hayes could play lock.
Yeah, I think he'll be a great lock, to be honest.
So why is he on the bench? Why are they all on the bench for drum roll? And he gives me, I don't know, I still don't get Serraldo's excuses why Mann's on the bench. Well, you're telling me the other three players couldn't tackle, couldn't run, couldn't pass, couldn't offer some sort of impact way more than him? It's mind-boggling these explanations.
Bro, 100%.
What does Salmon do better than anyone else?
Nothing.
I don't get it. Like, that's what I'm not understanding the explanation. He's had 2 years to put him there. So it's almost the same case of Kyle Flanagan. He's had over 2 years in there and done nothing. So what does it need? A concussion that rules him out for 4 weeks?
I just want to quickly update on the podcast. We had about 30 votes. Would you have Jai Gray over Connor Tracy? And 74% of the votes said yes.
Yeah, and Jai Gray's only, what, 20?
Something 21? Like that, yeah. Which goes to show, I think.
He's scintillating. And you know why? Because he's got some good kicking and passing game.
He's got good everything. He's running.
He's so scintillating. Hey, mind you, I'm not saying Tracy's a bad player. I'm just saying he's above average. But I was just saying, like, South's got this fullback. I'd go him in a heartbeat. And Souths aren't even, they haven't played finals the last few years.
Brian Dibb, here is the stat read. Man has the best tackle efficiency.
Well, there you go. Yeah. So, now you know why Brian's probably put up what he put up.
TM's asking, will Finau come in for Salmon when he's ready? I don't think so. I think Salmon doesn't get dropped. Salmon doesn't lose his starting position.
Serraldo won't drop him.
No.
Even Criddle was speaking very highly of him on
the
podcast.
Of course he
very highly of him.
Yeah.
Of course he is. He was with him at Penrith. Was he not?
Hey, Marley, how you doing? I'm going to the game on Saturday, going to watch the Storm in Penrith. That's going to be a cracking game. We might actually go.
I was getting asked at work today. I said, if I can get a ticket, I might go.
No, that's on Friday.
Yeah, I might.
Sorry, Friday night.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. If I've got nothing doing, I might go. I've got no issues.
So, Marley, you're going the day late.
I like going out
to Friday.
I like going out to Parramatta. I like seeing the heroin takers walking on Church Street. No, I'm only kidding. They got a good strip there, restaurant strip. It's a bit of things.
They got voted the best in New South Wales.
It's got a nice vibe to it. They've really, really improved it. It's got a lot of old style colonial buildings that still survive today. It's a bit of a trek from where I live. It's good to get out to Para, and they've got a world class stadium there.
They do. I love this.
I'd rather go to Para Stadium than sit with the wind blowing across my face on the hill at Cogra Oval or Wollongong with the whitewash.
Hey, you know what? I love Cogra. I actually want to go to the Dragons game because I love watching games in local stadiums like that.
No, I do. I like going there, but
I love it.
If you told me to have a state of the art stadium,
100%.
or a suburban ground,
without a doubt,
man, you can. If honestly, like a lot of these teams, like for example, Shark Park and Cogra Oval, if they had a ground like Combank, they would get 20,000 plus every
average.
No one wants to go sit and wait 10 minutes to use the Portaloo at Shark Park.
Why
not? Like, would you do that, or would you rather have? You can quickly go access food like at Combank, or could you be waiting 15 minutes for a pie on the back of the scoreboard at Cogra Oval?
I'll tell you something.
What would you prefer?
Can I just say, I would give a kidney to have a new stadium in Belmore. Can you imagine? Honestly, I think we would average.
The only reason they don't give you that is because, and I'm with you, they got the land size there. They only would give it if Dogs funded it themselves solely, or they come up and say, what's it called?
Liberals need to win for Labor to do that.
What is the stadium? What's that main stadium? Telstra. What do they call it?
Accor.
Yeah. See,
worst stadium.
Accor. They'll say Accor's too close, and he's getting 60,000. Or they say Combank. you can probably go play there.
No, we won't push that.
Like they had the opportunity to make Cogra Oval one of those stadiums. Cronulla went and said, "Nah, we won't play there." And you can see Shark Park from Cogra Oval. No kidding. You sit in the grandstand at Cogra Oval, you look to your right, you can actually see Shark Park. Those Shire inbreds actually vetoed having the NRL lobby the government because they wanted St George, Cronulla, and potentially Souths to play out of there. Souths are our neighbours just to the side.
On that, how good is it now that the Souths will be playing out of Allianz Stadium?
I love it because Roosters think they own their stadium. They can kiss my ass.
They can't even fix the plumbing over there.
Bro, honestly,
they can kiss my ass.
All the Roosters fans were so dirty.
And I hope that they get a new stadium for the next 60 years.
Hey, I think it'll be they'll play half their home games from Allianz for the next few years, and then after that, they're going to go fully back to Allianz.
Yeah, perfect. Make it your territory.
Roosters fans,
that's their territory.
Roosters fans can get stuffed. I was so happy. I gave it to Roosters fans all day on that post because they were having the biggest sook. Oh, why are they coming up? Anyway,
that's their territory.
Bro, they're
Moore
dogs.
Park, Redfern, Surrey Hills is South's territory.
Morris has made a good point. When we don't have Gerard Sutton for this Good Friday game, it's going to be Todd Smith.
Remember the hate we used to give him?
Bro.
Todd Smith put Jacob Preston in the bin that one game for a fake kick drop. I still remember that. Won't forgive.
And he got suspended.
Hey, Todd Smith,
we were both suspended for 4 weeks on loading charges, but
Todd Smith, we're both Rangers. So like, do the Ranger.
I already spoke to Greg Ainsley and Peter Valandis. This game's all good. We're going to get all 50-50 calls. Thank you, Brent Reed, in advance.
Isn't he one of your clients, or was it Jerisi? Anyway,
Jerisi's our Adam Jerisi. That's our CEO.
He's the chairman, not the CEO.
Same thing.
Aaron Warburton's the CEO.
Same, isn't he one of your clients?
Nah, where'd you get that from?
I wish. If you want to work with me, reach.
He runs $1 billion. Anyway, Tiam's asking, what about One Nation? If One Nation win, there'll be no Bulldogs fans. We'll all be screwed.
Wait until I get to the ballots. That's what I have to say. Pauline Hanson, number one.
Man, what a clown show.
Any other topics you guys wanted to discuss?
I don't know.
Like who'd
you tip for this week?
Actually,
we went through
after 4 rounds, who's looking like a top 8? Who's looking like your top 8? I know it's only 4 rounds.
Actually, that's a good discussion to have.
Like, honestly, it's not like, obviously it's just only after 4 rounds. It's not obviously nothing concrete. But if I was to nominate my top 8, who it's looking like, for not in any particular order, but Brisbane, Melbourne, Penrith, Roosters, Souths, West Tigers. That's 6. Cronulla. And then you could probably run, maybe Canberra.
Warriors.
Sorry. Yeah. I still feel like they're going to fall off the cliff. I'm going to say Warriors, just after 4 rounds. I wanted to actually put Canberra or the Dolphins in there as my 8th.
All right. My 8 right now is
I didn't even include the Dogs in there if you didn't realize.
No,
I did.
I was like, who cares what the Dragon supporter thinks? You guys will probably win the spoon.
Probably.
Who's your top 8? What's your top 8 looking like?
I've got Penrith, Tigers, Dogs,
I didn't even
Storm,
put Knights in there.
Cronulla. I think the Roosters will scrape enough wins. What am I on?
6.
6.
This is only after
Brisbane.
4 rounds.
That's 7.
Did you go Souths or Dolphins or Storm?
You didn't mention the Warriors, cuz.
But it just feels like that loss they had to the Tigers really put a dent. I didn't even mention Newcastle in there.
Yeah.
The injuries, I feel like will impact them.
I'll go.
So
Dolphins.
I actually wanted to go my 8th one, either Dolphins or Canberra. I didn't want to put the Warriors in there. I'll actually remove them now.
Okay, here's how my top 4's looking. Panthers, Warriors, Tigers, Dogs, Storm, Broncos, Rabbitohs.
You got to go one more. You got Roosters.
And Raiders.
Yeah, okay. Not bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's just after 4 rounds, for example, you know?
I just don't think the Roosters are playing well enough yet to say they're top 8 at all. I don't rate them. I don't think they're doing well. All right. Look, we've been on for about an hour.
Just one more thing. Do we expect to see Nelson or Sofa Solomona back in the NRL?
Yeah, we do.
All right, good.
Yeah, is there rumors?
No, he's
Not
got
yet.
a fight coming up, but yeah.
Before June 30.
See, I'm saying hot takes for the week.
Hot takes for the week.
What hot takes do you have for the week?
I haven't even looked at
Sherry's coming into play.
Hot takes,
All right, that's Hassan's hot take. He reckons Sherry's going to play.
hot takes for the week.
Yeah.
The Dragons will bounce. Dragons will beat Cowboys at Cogra this week.
That's not a hot take.
Well, they've lost 4. What's
Doesn't
wrong
matter.
with
They're at home against the shit Cowboys team.
That
you? I
just
think
beat
it's
Melbourne.
something else now. Okay. Bloody hell! So a hot take. Let me have a look. Let me have a think. Hot take. Am I allowed to say Newcastle beat Canberra?
Yeah, that's a hot take.
No, it's not a hot take. All right, you go.
All right, my hot take: Titans are going to beat the Broncos.
Ah, this guy's such a hater.
Yeah.
That's
what I said before.
My hot take is the Titans will beat the Broncos.
I wasn't allowed to say the Cowboys, the Dragons beat the Cowboys. No.
And-
One's 17, the other one's I think 14. But I wasn't allowed.
Hang on a second.
I wasn't allowed.
Tom Jenkins will score a hat trick.
Actually, you know what my hot take's going to be? Panthers by 20 plus.
Wow.
Yep, I'm going to throw that there. Panthers by 20 plus.
You heard it here first, boys.
It's going to be a demoralizing win.
You don't think
20
they
plus.
turn up?
20 plus. They've thrown away 2 games back to back. Melbourne, I think now they're going to get demoralized. They're away from home now.
Yeah.
They're going to get demoralized. They're away from home again against a clinical team.
Give us your hot takes. I want the hottest takes you've got. Do not hold back. Give me the hottest takes you've got. I just told you guys the Titans.
I agree
think
with
we'll lose to the Broncos.
Am I allowed to also say Penrith will go undefeated for the first 3 months of footy? 12.
No, that's a mad hot take. I think it's a great hot take.
I don't think it's a hot take.
If I'm wrong.
You reckon?
I don't care if
Bro,
I'm,
Cleary's playing in slow motion, man.
I don't care if I'm wrong, but that's what I'm going to put it out there. And 20 plus against Melbourne.
All right, 20. So, Tiam says that Dogs will put on a clinic against the Rabbits. That's his hot take. I like it. Brian Dibb, on the other side of the coin, thinks the Rabbitohs will win 21 plus.
Nice, Brian. Hey, ballsy. Hey, he's putting it out there.
Mo Tablet, Storm will beat the Panthers. Ooh.
Mo Tablet.
That's a good call.
Wow, Mo.
Oh.
We were saying before, video coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
A full review, preview, sorry.
Yeah.
That's something that we discussed. That Storm Penrith game looks like a cracking game. Like, I can't wait to watch. I think that 100% game of the round. Like, there's no doubt.
Up until now, it's a game of the year.
Yeah.
One man is whiteboard. You keep pushing Sean O'Sullivan, but seriously, his team version of Sexton, I disagree with that. I think he's much better than Sexton.
Nah, he's not much better. He's never been able to lock down the starting spot. I don't think he's much better, but I think in terms of our case at the moment and the issues that we're going with, he could help straighten our attack for a period of time, but I don't think he's a long-term answer.
Cool, David. Galvin will be dropped for Sean O'Sullivan.
There is no way in the world.
No way.
There is no
I reckon
way
Burden will get dropped before Galvin does.
100%.
Morris, Tigers clean up Para. I actually agree with that. I think that I've tipped the Tigers, and I think the Tigers will show the Parramatta how it's done, which is so weird to say.
Where's the game at?
Combank.
Yeah.
Bro, how the fuck are they getting all home games?
No, last week was Penrith.
Yeah, but regardless, how are they still playing at Combank every week?
Because Penrith was in the away game.
All right, it's like a home game, but then the weeks before they gave them all Combank games. You know what sucks?
Yeah, but that's the Warriors. The Warriors are the same. They've only had one game away from home.
Such favorable draws. I'm burning. They're not 0-4, Para. I'm actually burning because then I would have probably said they get the spoon. The amount of home games they've had already, I wish they were 0-4 so I can tip them for the spoon.
Guys,
then they're going to get all away games.
We've got 29 people here. Can I just get you guys? Make sure you give a video the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe.
Get the easiest draw.
One man is whiteboard 940. Sherry needs to start. I don't agree. I think that Tuala's proving to be probably a little bit more effective in defense than Sherry.
You're on that Kool-Aid, man. Sherry's a much better center. Much better center. There's no way in the world you actually genuinely think Tuala is a better center than Sherry. Honestly, like in your honest opinion, you actually think that. You think he offers that much more than Sherry.
Yes,
Sherry runs the ball just as well as Tuala. He doesn't pass. Tuala hasn't passed either. Sherry has been proven to be a good defender. We leaked most of our points last year on Crichton's side. Fun fact, Crichton isn't the best defensive center that you think he is. Him and Kuraz used to leak the most points on that edge, and our edge with Sherry used to be a better defensive edge.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
But my point is that he's better than there's no logic to your claim. Now you're just clickbaiting.
Yeah, because I'm going to make
want extra views.
Because I'm going to make $1 million from my opinions.
I don't see it. I don't know if you're rage baiting me.
I'm not rage baiting you. All right, guys. So I know some of you guys asked us last year if we're going to do any merch or anything like that. And
How
so
did you just shift?
I
You just don't give. You don't even respect my opinion.
So we created these hats for school's out real. Hot take. welcome, schools out real. I don't know if I've seen you on here before. Thanks for commenting if it is your first time, and welcome. I think Bulldogs have been overrated for the past 3 years because the rest of the league was weak. The league is finally leveling up, and the Bulldogs are being exposed. I don't know if I completely agree with you, but I do think that last year they were definitely overrated, and the league was crap. To the point where a shit team like the Broncos won the grand final. I'll never get over that, and I'll die on this hill that the league last year was actually quite bad. So for me, I agree with that comment. But look, the Bulldogs have improved a lot. Their defense is very, very good. The defense speaks for itself. I just think that we aren't doing very well in attack. I think that's the problem that we're having right now. It's our attack. But I do want to just talk to you guys. If you guys want to see some of our exclusive merch that we created for the Vegas trip to commemorate the Bulldogs going to Vegas, we created these. That's not. Why can't you see that?
You got the
You're on the wrong camera.
I'm on the wrong
Switch
camera. Sorry, let me just switch cameras. Sorry.
The brain's trust of is figuring it out.
All right.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, that's good.
So the hat says Viva Las Bulldogs, and it's got the Kennel logo on it, and it's in the colors of the Vegas training tee. And then on the back, it says from Belmore to the Boulevard.
Nice.
Yeah, it says from Belmore to the Boulevard. We've only made 20 of these, and we're only selling 15. I don't know, like $30, whatever. I think they cost me like $33, $34. We're going to be selling them at cost price only because it's more about like celebrating it with real fans. That's why I haven't advertised them all over Instagram and that. I just want to advertise them to you guys here. So if you are interested in buying one of the hats, hit me up on Instagram. I'll put the Instagram link below, and it's at Kennel Podcast on Instagram. I just want to, as I say, get them out there, and just for the exposure, not really for any other reason. As I said, we're not looking to make any profit. It's just we've created some merch. If you guys like it, let me know. Hit me up on Instagram. I'm happy to work with you guys from there to sell them. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. We've been on now for over an hour. This has actually been legit. Probably the most fun live we've ever done.
Yeah, just keep the same energy post recording. I'll post the receipts when you send messages. Oh, these guys are so boring. No one loves us. No one likes and subscribes. Don't forget, like and subscribe.
Who invited this guy?
I'm just here for a good time.
Not a long time. We love you guys. It's 9:15. We will be live again next week. At the same time, we might go a little bit earlier because of the changes in daylight savings and things like that. So if we are, I'll put up a post up on Instagram. I'll also put up a post here on YouTube to let everybody know what the deal is. But any last comments before we go, guys?
No, just for everyone that complains that we're like 5-10 minutes late. This is the time that we actually record our previews as well. And then we're jumping straight onto live. So like we're working a full day of work and then coming straight into the studio and recording. So give us 5 minutes, like just enjoy dinner with your family, guys.
Yeah, we just need to scratch our balls for a bit. But yeah, please, if you do want a hat, hit me up on Instagram, and we can send one across. As I say, we're gonna sell them at cost. Be sure to give this video a like, subscribe. Dibbo, any last words?
No, nothing now. We'll save it for the review on Sunday night. Is there any Monday?
No, Monday night. It'll be
Monday night.
Tigers and thing, and we'll push that out Tuesday. Now live will probably move to Wednesday next week. Tuesday.
Yeah, it'll still be Tuesday.
Team list come out Tuesday. Oh, that's a great week.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good week. All right, guys, love you all. Really hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next week live. Take care and have a great night. We love you.
Adios.